Welcome to the channel, guys. Sorry. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to Overthinkers. We just
Certified.
certified Overthinkers. Yeah. Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to Overthinkers. I would rather say that certified Overthinkers.
Yeah.
Well, just by the looks of it, I don't think we both are certified enough, but hopefully we're going to be certified, right?
First video, first host, as you can see.
First. This is the first video as a host, and let's see how this is going to turn out, right? And I just wanted to say that I'm really happy to be here to do our first episode,
Same.
like first proper episode, and it's a hot topic, very common topic as well, I think. Why Poland? And that's how I am going to put it. Like, the tagline of this particular episode will be Why Poland. We're going to discuss everything, ins and outs of our life in Poland, right? And Shivam, my first question to you is, I cannot find the question even, and that's
It's
how
okay.
that's how we are
It's okay,
starting
fine.
this first episode. But here it goes. Why Poland, Shivam?
It's a very interesting question, because honestly, I don't have a very general answer for this one. Why I chose Poland?
Don't make it general then.
I mean, I can tell you the reason behind it. So I was struggling back in India. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest. After my bachelor's, I got campus placement.
Oh wow!
This is a story I've not shared with anyone because this is embarrassing.
I don't think
So,
I
I did
know about
mechanical
this.
engineering, guys. I did mechanical engineering, bachelor's mein. So
In India, everybody is a mechanical engineer.
yeah, and it's one of the shittiest college. Actually, I studied.
I hope
So-
the university is not
No, so
listening to this.
the funny part is, so I did mechanical. I got campus placement.
Right.
Guess how much salary I was receiving? My package was
15K maybe
15K per month.
per month.
It was 1.8 lakhs per annum.
Okay,
my
so it's-
salary.
Oh, per annum.
Remember, yes. And after that, you have other things.
So I almost got it right. Yeah.
12K in hand. And the company I was placed in, it was called Tuk Tuk Wheelers.
Tuk Tuk Wheelers. Tuk Tuk Wheelers.
Yes, man. And then after that, I was like, but still I was happy. And it was even in the newspaper that I got campus placement. My college were like, okay, we will put it.
Uh-huh.
1.8 lakh package, I was on a newspaper article. And then after that,
Wait. Your name was there on the article?
Yes!
Your name?
Yeah,
Oh,
Shivam
that's nice.
Pandey, 1.8 lakhs. This was my campus placement. And I was still happy, man. At least I'm getting a job, before I'm going out.
Oh, you were not really happy that your name was, coming on.
It's okay.
The
Well, I was very happy, man.
Yes, sir.
It's I'm on a newspaper.
I know, I can imagine.
So after that, I was with my friend.
Yeah.
One of my friend, he also got placed in the same company. We decided that we will go to Mumbai. Sorry, this is a backstory why I
Backstory.
chose to.
Cool.
So we decided that we will go to Delhi. It was in New Delhi. And let's have a look around where the company is. Maybe we'll have to figure out our transportation, where we have to take the, apartment for rent as well.
Yeah.
We went to New Delhi, and then it was, I think, somewhere in the industrial area in New Delhi. I went there, and then with my friend, I was looking where the company is. We were searching around, and then we actually found one place, and there was a guard. He was sitting outside, and we were like, "Oh, Tuk Tuk Wheelers."
You mean guard of Tuk Tuk Wheelers?
Guard of Tuk Tuk Wheelers. So I was like, it will be a bit Hindi in this one. I was like, "Bhaiya, Tuk Tuk Wheelers idhar hai?" So he was like, "Yes." He's like, "Who are you guys?" I was like, "Oh, we just got hired. Tuk Tuk Wheelers."
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, we will be working here as of next month. So we just came to have a look around where the company is actually."
Right.
And he was like, "Bhaiya, company to band ho gaya."
Oh, it stopped, huh?
I was like, "Wait, what? It's closed?" He's like, "Yeah. Last month it was
So
shut down."
why there is even a guard out there? That's pretty confusing.
Because there were few vehicles by.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But it's
e-rickshaw.
But it was already shut down.
It was shut down, and then we talked to the owner. He's
Yeah.
like, "No, guys, we shut down. We went bankrupt. And then I was like, so what can we do? So after that, actually, I worked in. I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
What can I do? So I started looking for some jobs in Delhi. Couldn't find anything in mechanical. Like whatever they were offering me was like 10,000 rupees for 12-hour shift, and I was going from places to places, company to company,
I
throwing
think
my CV.
I think even the
resume.
competition would be way
Very
so
high.
very
Like,
high.
if you're
you know?
coming out from one of the shittiest colleges, even the normal colleges nowadays.
It seems
you
like
have
he
no
really
hope.
doesn't like that
Yeah.
college, by the way.
I was even thinking to open a pan shop, man. Because I was like, what can I do?
Hey, pan gutka.
Yeah, good guy. So I was like, okay, I was doing this, and then like I was working in a BPO call centers, like and changing my jobs from company, like from company to company. I was even working with Airtel at some point.
Airtel.
It was in it was in a shopping complex, like in Gurgaon, and we have these small outlets, right? In the shopping mall, there was an outlet of Airtel. I was wearing this outlet clothes.
With the Airtel symbol.
Yes, and I was like, sir, please buy this SIM, please buy this cell phone. You will get something.
So you were like a salesman, more or less.
Yeah,
right?
kind of.
Okay.
And I was like very embarrassed, if I have to be honest. I was like, what am I doing? I did mechanical engineering, and then
selling Airtel SIM cards.
Yes, selling SIM cards, kind of. And this is where like I kind of got a bit frustrated, and I was like, I really need to. There is no job opportunity I could find. I was sending my CV to people. It was really hard for me to find a job. And actually, this is when I decided. My father came up with an idea that maybe you can go for a master's. You can do master's somewhere.
Is it really because that your father really wanted you to have a job, or is it really the fact that he doesn't want to see you anymore jobless? It's more or less,
I don't know. So no, I mean, of course, he wanted to see me. He loves me a lot, but maybe he was thinking that maybe I will find a better job after master's. So maybe I'll become a professor or something like this. But I honestly hated studies. So yeah, it wasn't for me. So I mean, like I at one point I was like, maybe I'll just leave India, find something outside, and try things. Like I'm still doing masters, right? Then I was looking for some opportunities outside India. I was looking for like in UK, Australia, New Zealand, US, but it was too expensive. And I come from a middle class family, as majority of the Indians. I don't have these many finances. So I was like, okay, where can I go? So this is where like I found a university in Poland, and I came through what do you call them? Agency. Yeah, paid them some money. I was like, okay, because I don't know much, so they helped me through it. And then the Poland was much cheaper actually, because I was paying exactly the same amount of money I was paying during my bachelor.
But I'm just happy that you paid off the agency and you did not end up into any other countries. You actually ended up in Poland.
Yeah,
there are a lot of other agency scams during that time. Right?
They were pushing me actually.
People were just ending up in some borderline areas of some countries.
No, so it was very good. They helped me through it.
Yeah,
and I came to Poland, and I didn't choose another country because like I don't want we come from middle class as I mentioned. True. I don't want my family to struggle.
Right.
In case what happens if I'm not able to find a job in US, UK after my studies, and I have to come back to India, I will be swamped. I will be kind of financial crisis for the rest of my life to pay off the loan. So I was like, okay, so this was the much better option for me, and I was like, okay, if it doesn't work out for me in Poland, I will come back to India, find something. So
it was cheap. Right?
It was much cheaper.
It was much cheaper when you compare it to the other countries. Yeah.
So this is one of the reasons I chose Poland. And also like not a lot of people knew about it.
I think during that time, almost like 9-10 years ago, nobody wants to go to Poland, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody even spoke about it, right?
Yeah.
Even my friends, they ended up in Poland.
Yeah.
Right? Like they all wanted to go to UK, just like me. But they actually did not end up in UK and any other countries. They actually ended up in Poland.
Yeah.
And obviously, like I was about to go to this Liverpool University, Sheffield United. Yeah. I got all the offer letters and I was like, oh wow, here the offer letters are, I'm going to go there. But then it was like really fat money that you really have to spend. So I just wanted to go somewhere which is more cheaper, just like you, right? And I ended up here in Poland, just like you.
Yeah, so I mean, I can say it was actually one of the best decisions I have ever made in my life, and
Same.
I'm really glad that my family supported me with this. So yeah, I mean, this is why I chose Poland, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just actually
And it
looking
worked
into
out
the
for
next
me.
question. Like what am I supposed to ask you next?
It
But
worked out for me.
but I think it's see the follow-up question to this is very similar to the question which is
Yeah.
why Poland, right?
Yeah.
Why did you leave Poland? Like, I'm sorry, why did you leave India? Right?
Why did I leave India?
And why did you leave India? Like, what were your intentions, or
I
or you just wanted to go escape India, or like?
no, I mean, as I said, like I told you that I was struggling a lot there.
Mhm.
I couldn't see a future.
Hmm.
It was really hard, like
Like,
to
you don't
make a
see a
living.
future just on financial aspects, or
As a future itself, like
the improvement
to become somebody in life. I don't wanna be a mediocre and have a mediocre life, because my family have struggled a lot. I wanted to do something better in life.
Yeah.
And the opportunities were really, really less.
Right.
I am pretty sure that if I was still in India, I would be making 50,000 rupees per month.
Maximum.
That's the maximum I can do with mechanical engineering. There was no hope for me.
Yeah, I think at that point of time, there were like so many mechanical engineers, and the basic, like the mainstream idea of the Indian parents were like, you got to be an engineer, you got to be a doctor, and that's how you should end up. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people who ended up as proper engineers who works on those sectors, I don't think they're really happy.
The funny thing is that, after all this drama, like not drama, but the struggles I had in Delhi, I even went back to Kanpur. I was like, okay, maybe I'll try to find a job in Kanpur, because my home
from
is
Delhi
there.
to Kanpur. Okay.
That I won't have to pay rent. I went to one of the companies. I got hired there.
Yeah.
They were paying me 5,000 rupees.
5,000 rupees. Okay.
For 10-hour shift.
Yeah, even with inflation and everything considered.
This was my petrol price at that time. If I have to go,
That's true.
Up and down every day.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't see myself. And my father, he also suggested me that I can go for this UPSC government studies. But I was like, I did mechanical engineering. I don't wanna. If I had to go to this UPSC or government exams or jobs, I would have done MA or BA, whatever. Like I have nothing against other people; they can do whatever they want. But this was not for me. I wanted to do something with my stream. So I would say this was I couldn't see myself in India, like at least to have a good future.
Yeah, I think I have the same feelings about this, like why I left India. So just for the people who are watching this, right? I did my childhood study. I mean, in childhood, and I spent my childhood in Saudi. So it's a great country to be there, for studies and for all sort of things. But I did wanted to go back to India, because it's when it comes to the studies prospect for masters, for bachelors, for associate degrees, India was the best spot. So I went to Dehradun, and that's where I really got some good exposure to the people from the north, because I'm from south part of India, and I really loved the time when I was there, right? And I did wanted to go abroad still. I didn't want to end up in India, because all of us were like aspiring to go outside India. And in a way, I feel the same about this, because financial constraints and everything. And that's how we both kind of ended up in Poland. But my question to you is, like right now, if you look at the way how you live your life, right? And let's take back about 5-6 years, let's say the time we kind of met. Just in terms of life comparison, like how did you really feel about your life in Poland?
You mean my life like 5-6 years back?
6 years back and like right now, current situation, with current circumstances.
I would say that I'm very blessed to be where I am right now, because of course there's nothing to hide. My life story. We have our own fair share of his struggles, because we were living together. I
think we should share about the chocolate milk wala story. We should.
So it's been. I think you should do it, bhai.
I should do it.
You do it, bhai.
Okay, let me actually do this. So almost for like about 2 or 3 months, we had this small summer break. So I decided to stay back in Poland, During that time,
we were in dormitory.
Yeah. And then that time Shivam came into my dormitory, and then we had this, little strange, looks, with each other and stuff. And then slowly we mingled with each other.
Yes.
And, I really got to know that he's in the exact same position that I was in terms of financial status. We both actually searching for job. Yeah. We had a broken laptop. I still remember that we were opening the laptop. And like every time we opened the laptop to play the game, like we used to play Civilization 5, if I remember correctly. Yeah?
Yes.
Right. Every time he has to install Windows to play in that, right? And once it goes off, and he was like so patient enough, you know what, let's do it. So this is our usual routine. And we're also searching for jobs each and every day, right? Each and every day we're searching for jobs. Yeah. And when it comes to food, I really wanted to specifically mention this, chocolate milk, and we had burger, Nutella and bread, and then burger patties, right? And these were like some of the cheap stuff that we could buy. We could buy as food. It's kind of funny when we think about this, but I did not really feel bad about eating that at that point of time because we couldn't afford anything else. But I'm really happy that we got through that difficult situation, right?
Pizza!
So finally, pizza came. We took hours and hours for setting this up, and we're really hungry, guys. We're really, really hungry.
You know how to open, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
Press the button, right?
Yes. So yeah, I mean, it was tough times.
It was tough
and it
times.
was not because because I think we were a bit ambitious.
I don't think we were a bit ambitious. We were really ambitious people.
We stopped taking money from our family. So they were not supporting us. So we were trying to make our own ways. So I was also writing PhD thesis for other people, which was a disaster.
I'm so sorry, guys. I really have to say this. He was writing thesis for somebody else. He was really helping somebody else who really didn't want to do the studies actually. So I really felt like it's a good opportunity for you to earn some bucks at that point of time.
Yeah.
And I think we should get into that. Okay, here goes the next thing. But I think we really need to get into that slot where we both got job, right?
Yes.
With the language center job which we received. You got to say that, man. You got to say that.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. Honestly, we were teaching English to people.
Yeah.
At that period.
I'm not even sure at that point of time we had proper English.
Yeah, IELTS. I mean, but we were struggling. We were making a living. With whatever knowledge we had, we were trying to just use it and try to make some bucks.
It's almost like polishing the skills what you have.
Exactly.
Or if you don't have, it's something like, you're kind of molding it, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, it was a tough time.
Welcome back after a small pizza break for us. So let's just move ahead with our interview, right? And I just wanted to say this. I know that we got the job, right? And how did you really feel at that moment? Did you really feel frustrated? Did you have a thought where you'll be actually going back to India? Did you ever feel like that? Like, will you be getting a new job? Like, you had such thoughts, right? I had it. So
yeah, no, of course. Definitely, we were struggling. There was a thing in the back of my mind that there might be a possibility that I might be going back home. So, but I mean, glad we didn't give up. We did find job. We were hustling as well, and then I think during my final semester itself, I found a better job, and then I'm still there.
Yeah, when you spoke about hustling, yes, the only thing which I remember was us both sitting in both corners, applying for jobs.
Yes.
There was no luck, right? And I was feeling, at a point, I actually felt lost. And I was really thinking that, what, maybe there is no way that we're going to get any part-time job. We still had to complete our studies.
It was very hard,
remember? Yeah. And then on top of everything, we still have to pay our fees per semester. And that kind of took a big toll on us. If not, I think we could have saved a lot of money. And of course, it's not going to be like millions or something, but we could have still done something nice with that bucks, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's still a journey. I'm happy that because at the end of the day, these are the things which define us. These are the things which made us who we are, made us humble. Because we have been through all these things as well in life.
Yeah.
So I'm glad this happened, and overall versus where I am now, I'm in a very much better place, if I have to say. I'm living a comfortable life. I can do the things which I want to do. I can afford the things which I want to. So I would say that I'm glad.
You're
and I am
glad.
blessed.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed. Yes.
Now, my question is, at this point, let's do a small comparison, very
Okay.
small comparison of how life in India versus how life in Poland, from your perspective.
From my perspective.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, I think I actually enjoy my life here back in Poland now more because I do go to India very often, as you know, like probably like
they do.
2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I still experience the things there. So I really like the quality of life I have here. Like probably I wouldn't have the same back in India, like if I was living there. And so
But
it's very good. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to interject you, right? Because I felt like when you said about quality of life, right?
Yeah.
There are places in India where the quality of life is really good.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And at a point, maybe we could attain to reach that kind of quality of life in India. It differs from each states and each areas, right? And I think it's more or less the certain way in Poland as well. But we also talk about population. That's also one thing, right?
I mean, we can talk about population. I think we can also talk about the working culture because this is the most which affect us. Like if we are in the corporate world, we don't have our own business. If you're working in the corporate, it will affect you a lot. Like there is no work-life balance. And I still hear this from the people back in India. Like at least we have a working life here. Like, sorry, work-life culture here. Like we can still spend some personal time outside and enjoy the things that we do.
Right.
In India, still it's really hard. You don't have a life afterwards. I know few people. I can't say their names, but I really know and I really see how it impacts their life actually. So work-life balance is something which you really need to have, and I think it's non-existent or extinct in India. Never had. Apart from that, I think people nowadays, I think, how do I put it? Like, it's much easier to live in India because you have a lot of things. Like, you even can get like groceries like within 10 minutes. I think India is more technologically advanced than Poland. Can I say that?
Well, you can say that,
yeah.
But I would probably disagree at the same time, because when you talk about economy, also even you specifically talk about technological advancements. Let's say, for example, the rocket ships, all
I'm
the
not
stuff,
talking about the
space
rocket ship because in any way, like it's not defining our quality of life.
Right? It's not defining the quality of life, but it kind of defines that the country is heading towards a better space.
Yes, but I think we are going a bit extreme. I think what I'm trying to say is like the quality of life, like in India, like in that aspect is more technically advanced because you have like 10 minutes deliveries for everything. You want to just, for example, Blinkit, like whatever you want to get your groceries within 10 minutes, you can get everything. Here in Poland, you can't get it.
I think
in 10 minutes you can't get it.
In 10 minutes probably.
You can't get just one thing which you want to order. Like if I want to order, like say Coke.
But that's
Coca-Cola,
the thing. This is where it also defines the quality of life. Wait, let me tell you this, right? So for example, right, you're getting, I can sit in this chair, I can order things, I'll get it within 10 minutes, 5 minutes, like you said, in India, right? We are talking about quality of life, right?
Yeah.
If I'm spoon-feeded for every single thing that in my life, I'm kind of like deteriorating with my health, right?
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Right? At the end of the day, we're talking about quality of life, health and everything. Here, the cultural difference is pretty huge. Sure. I can see that very old people, over here are still walking, taking long walks outside. We don't have that culture back in India, right?
Yeah. So there's no time.
There's no time.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think, these are the factors which you have to keep in mind. I mean, you have mates and everything back at home. Here, you can't afford these things, right? You have to do it.
No maid. Yeah,
you have to do it by yourself. So, I think for me, like I do like the kind of life I'm having, where I do need to get to be active, get to have my own personal time, spend with my friends and family. do what I like. In India, it's I'm not saying that everybody has it, but it's for me at least it will be a bit difficult. So yeah, I enjoy.
You enjoy it, yeah.
I enjoy
And
it.
I think it's also good to say that it's safe to say that you also
Yeah.
have a kind of a family here as well now,
Of
yes?
course,
Because you still care about us, like,
of course,
Yeah.
we're brothers.
because, we have set of friends and,
Yeah.
and they become family over time because I think you live through hardships, right? You live through ups and downs.
Yeah,
Then you kind of like have a family here as well, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the point where for the people who actually lives just in India or let's say in their own native country, they don't get to experience that, to have like a different set of family outside the country, right? And where do you see this moving on? Let's say over the time, let's say
Okay.
5 years time, right?
Okay.
I want to jump into this question which I
Mm.
have. Let's say over the 5 years time, where do you see yourself? Do you really see yourself living here in Poland, or would you like to go back to India? And I know that don't give me an answer where it depends on several factors and everything. No. I wanted to hear like what's in your mind, like do you still have a
Right.
mindset, or you're like
So
50-50?
I mean, it's hard for me to say. Like, it's kind of a bit complicated for me, if I have to be honest. Like, I really enjoy my life here, but due to personal reasons, like I might go back to India at some
Mm.
point. But if I have an option that to decide where I want to live,
Mhm.
I would definitely stay back here. Like, I have a great life. I really really like my life, and I get to explore a lot of things, and I have responsibilities which I actually enjoy. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy responsibilities. I do enjoy it, and like if I have to say, like majority of my adulthood in a way,
Mm.
I spent in Poland, 8 years, right?
Mm.
So I think I really like being here, and I would love to stay, um, but I might go back
We'll go
after
back.
some
So
time.
for the time being, your current mindset is that you might go back, most probably.
Yeah. Because no, I think I can be honest about it. And I think
for kind of settling down, right?
I think I can, like I was saying, I can be honest about it, and I think a lot of people who are watching this, if they are watching it, so
Well, I don't know who are the golden viewers right now.
I
Like
mean, whoever it is, but I think they can relate to it that we all have families back in India. Parents are getting old,
yeah.
and we are, since childhood we have this. We are taught this thing that family is everything. You have to take care of them when they are old. So I still have the same mindset, and because of that reason, in particular, I might go back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thought process because I also had the same similar
Yeah.
idea, right? And again, I wanted to revert back to what we were
Yeah.
talking about in Poland.
Yeah.
The current hot topics of what's
Yeah.
happening in Poland. The
But
war.
before that,
But the war- yeah.
man, I mean, it doesn't mean I'm gonna leave you guys, right? You're
Who
like
knows?
family.
Am I right? Who knows?
No,
Maybe after going
no,
back after
but-
5-6 months, you would say, "Hello, I don't know who you are, man." Okay, I'm just
No,
joking.
I mean, of course,
I just hope.
it's like a family.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
of
you
course,
guys are-
with distance, a lot of things change.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
And
At least I have a reason to come back, like whenever I want to. So
yeah, of course,
Yeah.
and we'll see how that's going to turn out. Honestly,
yeah.
But yeah, once again, like when we're talking about the hot topics in
Yeah.
Poland, the war that's happening with Ukraine and Russia, right? How has it affected you as a person when you go to office, when you go buy groceries, for example, when you travel? How do you get affected by this war? In what all aspects? I wanted to hear this from you. It's a pretty interesting question, though.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like war is not a good thing. Like
Yeah.
it's doesn't make me happy. Like this is happening, whatever. I don't want to go in those things, but in general, like after war, like a lot of things have changed for sure.
Yeah.
Like inflation is pretty high. I know, like the rent prices and groceries, everything was becoming more expensive. It was hard for people to even find a place because at the end of the day, the pay The salaries, they were not that affected. You were still getting more or less the similar, or maybe a little bit higher.
Yeah, I was never
But it
affected.
wasn't,
No. It was
enough
not
to
clearly
cover.
adjusted to the
Yeah.
inflation,
Yeah,
They never
exactly.
considered inflation, in my opinion.
Yeah,
They always
exactly.
had this yearly bonus or probably, biannual bonus, and that's it.
Yeah, so these are the things which really affected. Like, I would say that I am in a still much better place. And like I mentioned, I'm still blessed, and I can afford things, and I was not impacted that much because of this. But for the other things, for example, like work permit, let's call it, like it's delayed. It's really delayed.
Jesus.
I'm still waiting for mine.
There are actually a couple of Insta handles.
Yeah.
Just they're posting reels about TRC in Poland, and they're
Yeah,
making memes
yeah.
about it. And a
Yeah.
lot of people are actually following that those
Yeah.
channels, and they're just making fun about it. And in a way, I kind of feel them, because you'll have to wait for about 8, 9,
Yeah,
10 months
because
just for like an identity card, which is only valid till like 2 years. That's one of the biggest disadvantage, no?
Yeah,
Like you have to
so-
wait for so long, because without the card, we just cannot travel anywhere else.
Exactly. So, for example, right now I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. So I have to be in Poland. I can't leave Poland because
Yeah.
I'm waiting for my
We
car.
all have been in the position. right?
I was supposed to get my car, but it's delayed.
Yeah.
So a lot of things have changed because of that. Nothing we can do, I guess. It is what it is, and we have to live by that. So I think this is my perspective on this one.
Yeah. And my final question to this, right, is how do you really feel like this whole situation with the TRC, right?
Mhm.
Is it going to improve over the time? I know that you're not in like a official about speak on this,
Yeah.
but did you see any change in the past 5 years, for example?
For worse. Yes.
Like worse or like any
It became
positive?
worse.
It became worse, right?
It became worse. And I remember the time when I used to get my TRC like within 3-4 months, man. I'm being very honest. Now I'm already waiting for 5-6 months
Minimum.
minimum, and this is minimum. Yeah, exactly. It
Like
can,
to process a decision.
Yeah, I know.
for-
Like for a fact, you had to wait like 1.5 years once, right? Roughly.
Oh yeah, when I was studying
Exactly.
the university,
Yes,
it got refused,
Yeah, a lot
and
of.
then we
yeah.
put in like
And-
this thing. It was quite
And
unnecessary.
now in my office, in my workplace, I know a lot of people who are waiting for 1 year already.
1 year.
Yes.
Oh, it's a huge time. man.
So, so it has gotten worse, and I really don't know what they're gonna do about it. But I hope they fix it. They expedite these things because people
Yeah.
are stuck. They can't go. Like I was supposed to go back to India.
Right.
Like
Oh yeah, I
now,
remember
May,
you
June,
had planned. Yeah.
and now I can't travel. I can't even go for my business trips because I just can't leave the country,
Yeah, I know. that,
and
I know.
it feels really bad.
It's quite saddening.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to restrict yourself. You
Yeah.
can't go back.
Yeah,
anywhere
I
else and
really
stuff.
hope, like at least I really hope in future it goes back to what it was.
At
It's
least
not
4-5
improved.
months. You mean?
Yes,
Or
yes.
3-4 months.
Yeah.
you mean, yeah.
Because I know, like in general, it does affect foreigners. So
Yeah, I mean, all of us, all the
Yeah.
foreigners, right, for that matter.
yeah, but I do love Poland, regardless of that.
So, my final question is, we speak about family, right? And what are your thoughts on the Indian community in Poland? I know that personally, I wanted to say this, like when I wanted to leave India for studies, I wanted to get more international exposure.
Yes.
Like with different nationalities, I'll get to know their culture, I'll get to know their language.
Yeah.
And this was my basic idea. And I really thought that, and I think I do believe that at that point of time,
Yeah.
there was very less Indians.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then over like 2-3 years along the line, there were like so many Indians that came in, right? And we made friends.
Yeah.
We met a lot of people who are Indians. What are your thoughts on this, basically?
I mean, are we just talking about Poland or Indian community?
Indian community
abroad?
in Poland.
In Poland.
That was in Poland. Yeah.
Honestly, I think I would rather speak in general, like Indian community abroad, because my experience or from what I have seen, yeah, like please don't take it wrong. I'm just sharing my
I will
experience.
take it wrong.
I'm just sharing my experience that people need to get out of their comfort zones. in this point, in this point, what I'm trying to say is basically like what I have seen that people like Indian people, they try to stick with their own community. Like I have seen people hanging out with just Indian people. They don't hang out with so they don't hang out with other people. Like you're coming abroad to have international exposure. Then why are you limiting yourself within this group?
What are we doing then? We both are Indians, bro.
But bro, we are like family. But it doesn't
That's
like
true.
we are like a family, and at least for me, I know I have very handful of people. I can literally count on my fingers,
True,
like
true.
Indian people,
That's true.
and there are so many Indians here now. So I still talk to very few of them. Like, but I try to hang out with more different people. Like because we, at the end of the day, we came here for exposure.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We wanna have this build the communications, and build more friends. Have more diverse friends. This is the whole reason we come. And if you are not exactly doing that, and you are still being in your comfort zone, then
Yeah.
what
true.
exactly you're trying to do. So
I have the same feeling about this. Yeah.
So
I just wanted to add this because when I speak to my Indian friends, like, they wanted to have the same, like, the continental
Yeah.
food. Like, and they really cannot get adjusted with the food, which is
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
for example,
Yeah.
right? What they eat.
yes,
And that's a big restriction that we put on ourselves as Indians, I feel like, when it comes to food, for example. I don't see, they wanted the traditional food items, and
I don't know about food in general. Like, I mean, people get to choose what they want to do. Like,
True,
you can eat
that's
whatever
also
you
there,
want
yeah.
to eat. Um,
but the difference is people from Poland, for example, when they visit India, they really wanted to try their food, and if they're living there, they will just get accustomed there. And I've always seen this, like even in Saudi, like in Indians in Saudi, they'll start making this curry, rice, this
Yeah.
and that stuff. Myself included, right?
Okay.
And but we always wanted to try their food, and that's something which I always
but
noticed.
till when?
Like, what do you mean?
You can do it for some time,
Uh-huh.
but I'm pretty sure
No,
if a Polish person is going to India, then they're not gonna make curry for the whole year.
Who knows? Maybe who knows? Because
I don't know why. I don't think that will.
I think the comment section. I think the comment section will help us on this. Yeah, I think
Let's
so.
hope somebody comments.
Yeah.
But but I don't think I will be making Polish food for the rest of my life or for 1 year, 2 year.
Yeah.
I mean, once in a blue moon, it's okay. But at the end of the day, you go to your home country food because it's much more.
No,
convenient.
that's true. But like when you travel somewhere, like they do
Yeah.
say that, you know what, I want to go and try that Indian restaurant. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like Indians, for example, who lives in Poland, when we go outside Poland, let's say we go
Yeah.
to Lithuania or let's say Estonia or any other country for that matter, Germany even, where is the Indian restaurant here? That I always hear that all the time, and they don't want to. They're kind of like hesitant to try something else, and that's something which I felt like.
I think I understand what you are trying to say.
But anyway,
But I think in general, like people need to
relax. You mean?
relax a bit,
Mhm.
get out of their comfort zone, hang out with other people, make more friends, like international friends. It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
It is fun.
So I think we had a great episode today. We spoke about life in Poland, and I think we also ate pizza in between. We were really hungry, guys. If you guys really
I
noticed
just
the
two
video,
slices.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that the people might have already noticed. You look at the screen. There are people who are sitting behind us on the screen. You could see the reflection. They are the people who set up the whole thing, right? And one guy even slept off. So just imagine. And I really hope that you people who are actually watching it stayed this long till the end.
Yeah.
Thank you so much if you actually did it. And if you actually liked the video, please do like and subscribe for more content like this. Next time, who knows, maybe it's not going to be us, probably
Yeah.
some other people who's going to be on this hot seat. Well, let's try and make it as much hot as possible, right, for the next episode.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for more content, and thank you so much for watching.
Right.
See you in the next episode.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.